Welcome back to the channel, y'all. If you've never been here before, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on BrainFLoTv. Let's get back into this YNW Melly trial, getting ready for trial situation. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and we're trying our best to keep you up to date. So by the time the trial actually starts, which is not too far away, you'll be on the same page and you'll understand everything that is going on. So, according to NBC Miami, rapper YNW Melly was back in court again in Broward County in a courtroom on Friday, as his defense attorneys are seeking to have a new prosecutor appointed to his case or have his case dismissed altogether, as he is facing this double murder retrial. I covered some of this before, and I said in that previous video we did that they are trying to get his case moved to a new county, which means it would have to be picked up by a new prosecutorial department, right? They're trying to get the Broward County department off of it because as far as his attorneys are concerned, the lead detective in this is corrupted, or that's at least what they're trying to say, right? That's Mark Moretti. They're also trying to paint the picture that the lead prosecutor in this was also off the knowledge that things weren't being done the right way and they were violating their client's rights. So remember, they had Kristen removed from the case as the lead prosecutor, and they had Bukalu take over along with others, right? Right. So if your lead prosecutor is bad, if your detective is bad, the lead detective is bad, then that's and then you have Boutros from the same department who's saying she overheard not YNW Melly, but she overheard the detective Mark Moretti saying some inappropriate stuff, like asking another detective to lie for him, saying he was in the room when a search warrant was executed when he wasn't. That means 3 strikes, 3 corrupted individuals on this case. I'm not saying they are. I'm saying that's the picture that YNW Melly's attorneys are trying to paint. Now, with 3 corrupted individuals who lead and play intricate parts in this case, they're trying to paint that picture so they can have the case moved completely to another place. And I tried to explain this to somebody before on the channel, and they said, nah, if they move the case to another county, everybody else who is involved goes with the case. And that is not the case. That is not true. So today's news says, rapper YNW Melly back in court in a Broward County courtroom on Friday, as his defense attorneys are seeking to have a new prosecutor appointed to his case or have it dismissed altogether. They're still fighting to have this case completely dismissed. And like I told you before, they also filed a motion to have the case thrown out, and they also filed a motion to have this case barred from ever being tried again. Defense attorneys are seeking to have the Broward County State Attorney's Office removed from the case. That is the prosecutorial department who is handling the case. They are pressing the charges right now. And his attorneys want them all, the whole department, off the case ahead of his retrial, as there's grounds for dismissal, according to them. The judge said that he's considering the motions and will likely rule on them next week. So that was Friday. Then we have Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Today is Tuesday. So this week sometime, the judge will probably be ruling if he is going to dismiss YNW Melly's case altogether, or if he's going to remove the whole Broward County State Attorney's Office from the case, or if the case is just going to go ahead as it's been going. The motions come as the prosecutor assigned to the case said a fellow prosecutor who is a potential witness for the defense misspoke when she questioned the credibility of the lead police detective in the case last year, none other than Boutros, right? The state has filed a motion that discredits that prosecutor's claims against the detective. The state has filed a motion that discredits Boutros' claims against the detective. But the defense, which is YNW Melly's lawyers, they insist that the state attorney's office can't try a case when on one of its own employees is a witness. So, will she be a witness? If she's a witness, then there's a conflict of interest, and then this could go exactly the way how YNW Melly's attorneys want it to go. The rapper, whose real name is Jamel Demons, as we all know, he's accused of murder, killing two of his childhood friends, which is Chris Thomas, aka YNW Juvie, and Anthony Williams, aka YNW Sack Chaser. They were both a part of the YNW collective, hence the reason why everybody has YNW at the beginning of their name. YNW Melly, YNW Bortland, YNW Sack Chaser, YNW Juvie, you get the drift. This all happened in 2018 after a late night recording session. They try to cover it up by trying to make it look like a drive-by. Okay, their stage names all include YNW, and we know all that already. His first trial ended in June of 2023 in a hung jury trial or a mistrial, and now we're heading back to court again. Back then, they had many controversial moments in leading up to that verdict. If you remember when YNW Melly looked like he was dozing off in the courtroom, then he looked like he was praying, and then he looked like he was blowing kisses to the courtroom. You know, that came back later on to, I wouldn't say haunt him, but there's talks about him being a part of the drug trade behind bars in the prison, as in getting the drugs in and moving it. Not him, but people around him, and that he is facilitating it financially. So he might have been on some of them drugs, is what they're trying to say. Now, after the judge ruled a mistrial due to the hung jury, Melly's defense team asked the court to remove the state prosecutor after the defense attorneys claimed that the prosecutor did not reveal that the lead detective in the case had been previously accused of being willing to lie as he gathered evidence. Now, if you remember, the judge did remove the prosecutor, but not because she did anything wrong, but because he was taking precautionary measures. He didn't want to have potentially them go to trial and YNW Melly's attorneys summon her to be a witness or to testify in the case while she is the lead detective on the same case. It would just mess up the whole case. Now, the judge had granted a retrial with a new state prosecutor, and opening statements were initially scheduled for January, and then it was reset for February 5th after prosecutors asked for more time. And now the jury selection is on hold again until March, inevitably pushing back opening statements. Everybody is asking right now, okay, so what happens to YNW Bortland's trial? Because YNW Bortland's trial was supposed to start in January. Do they keep pushing YNW Bortland's trial back every time they push Melly's trial back? This isn't the first time that the rapper has been behind bars. In late 2015, Melly was arrested for shooting at a group of students near a Vero Beach high school, and he served several months in prison for aggravated battery and assault. Now, while he was incarcerated, he joined the YNW collective, and he started releasing music, with his biggest hit being called Murder on My Mind. He joined it when he got out, actually, as in he was physically able to do something when he got out, but he was locked up at the moment when YNW Sack Chaser and YNW Juvie formed the group and put it together, right? So Melly wasn't even a part of the initial forming of the YNW collective, but somehow he became a part. Like, the homies put him down when he came out. You know, they saw the talent, he was going viral, all that other stuff. This also is a point of contention. This is where some of the speculations come in as to what they might have been fighting about, what led to the beef, what led to the death, the murders, what led to them falling apart. His music video has since amassed millions of views on YouTube and even had a song featuring Kanye West. Kanye West come check you out, doing music with you, you know you're blowing up. At 24 years old, YNW Melly has lived 1/4 of his life behind bars. He remains behind bars without bond, and his court date is approaching, and there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we need to keep you up to date with. Now, here's an update that I think you need to know. So, Broward top prosecutors were thought to have to testify, and I believe that the judge has ruled that they will not be testifying, which is, remember, the prosecutor and top officials at Broward State Attorney Office, they won't be testifying about alleged cover-up involving detectives in the YNW Melly case. I think the judge has ruled that, listen, let's put this to rest, okay? We keep beating around the same bush. We've come up with the same answer every time so far. Let's get past this. So here we sit as we move forward. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. Are you rooting for YNW Melly to be free, or do you think that YNW Melly is guilty? And do you think that it just keeps on getting drawn out because the prosecution is actually dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's to make sure that when they take this to trial the next time, it is a slam dunk? But do you think that this is going to be a slam dunk for them, or do you see the possibility that this could end in another mistrial, or possibly even him walking free? I'll catch you in the comment section. I'll catch you on another video. It's BrainFLoTv. I'm out. Peace.